apple juice.
Oh, Terry. Stop cussing. This ain't Def Comedy Jam.
I put a big ass red.
Stop cussing.
Who drank my goddamn apple juice? Who drank my goddamn
Coffee. Coffee.
Hey, you're now listening to Coffee and Apple Juice, a podcast.
I usually listen to it when I'm on my way to work.
Real, raw, and uncut conversations with Aisha Hadiya. This is season 3.
Make some noise.
This is another episode of the Coffee and Apple Juice podcast. I'm your top dog host, Smurf, and this is my lovely co-host, Miss Aisha Hadiya. How you doing, baby?
AKA
Miss Hadiya.
AKA
Miss Hadiya.
AKA also known as
A pain in my ass.
You know what? We're gonna talk about this off camera. Cause you gonna quit dissing me for real.
You know I love you, girl.
Whatever. Hey y'all. How y'all doing? Welcome back to another episode of Coffee and Apple Juice, the podcast. I am Aisha Hadiya, AKA Smurfette. I don't know why he be trying to diss me when we get on this motherfucking camera. Like the fuck. Don't play with me.
To our viewers and listeners, we thank you for coming back yet again for another week of our bullshit.
Right.
But so, how was your weekend, Miss Hadiya?
My weekend was cute.
Oh, cute.
It was
cute. Do tell.
I did have a little situation.
Okay.
It was cute. I'm really confused, but it was cute because like this dude been paying attention to my Instagram and how I've been beating people in Connect 4. So he took me out. We went out to eat. We came back to his place, watched some movies, and he pulled out a fucking Connect 4 board game. That shocked the fuck out of me. It was extremely unexpected. I did tap that ass and Connect 4 several times.
I feel like you lying to us, but go on.
Not to mention, we watched the game. He was going for the black team, and I was going for the white team. You want to help me out?
So he was going for Phoenix,
and I was going for Giannis and Holiday.
Milwaukee.
And they spanked that ass. They thought they was gonna lose, and they came back.
Ooh,
so shout out to Milwaukee.
Boys did not play.
They did not. So yeah, it was cute. Like I'm just really like, I was extremely. The board game was just so unexpected, but it was so cute. Like you was paying attention to this little competition or whatever you want to call it, where I'm literally undefeated in Connect 4 between me and everybody in my family for the most part. My daughter beat me once and a homegirl of mine beat me once, but like
you're not undefeated.
I am undefeated because they couldn't beat me again.
Okay, LeVar Ball, undefeated, never lost.
Never. Anyway,
whatever.
So
I bet you if I ask your daughter, she gonna rub that shit in your face.
She only beat me one time. I don't beat her like 3 or 4.
Don't matter. She can hold that one win above your head forever.
Okay. Anyway, so I just thought that the board game was extremely cute. I really enjoyed the dinner. We had lobster mac and cheese from Stats. We watched the game. We played Connect 4. And we just had fun chilling. But it's like it was him buying the board game that really just, I don't know how to feel about that.
Got you all warm and fuzzy inside. I'm not
a little bit.
I'm gonna keep it clean for the audience because I had something else to say, but we're gonna keep it clean.
It's like my feelings are really, really kind of like, oh shit, this dude is really putting forth effort, you know?
Mm-hmm.
He paying attention and putting forth effort.
Don't fall for it, ice cold. Don't fall for it.
I mean,
Ice cold.
you know, my red flag radar is still where it need to be.
Okay.
But yeah, he bought Connect 4.
Connect for it. He know his way to your heart.
And I was like, why would you buy this when we could have played on the phone if you really wanted to play me that bad? He was like, nah, it ain't the same.
Nah,
So I was like, okay.
It's not. Yeah. Hey, shout out to him. Shout out to him. I'll give him a shout out.
Putting forth effort.
I give him a shout out. Trying to make his way into Miss Hadiya's heart.
I ain't say all that.
Girl,
I ain't say all that. Because the way to my heart is through MJ. And MJ ain't that easy. But
look, listen, he gotta take baby steps.
He has to take baby steps. Baby steps. But enough about me, Chad. How was your weekend?
Chad. My weekend was cool, man. I went out with my friends Friday. Pretty much my trainer, a couple of trainers from the gym, and we went out. We did this. It was like this R&B party that they had. We had us a grand old time. We was in the section.
That means putting in alcohol.
Oh, I mean, hey, that's what we do. No, we had a good time. I'm talking about as far as like music wise and
okay. So the vibe was really good.
Oh yeah, we had a good time. We had a good old time. And then what I do Saturday other than work? I worked and then got on my family Zoom chat. I actually added my friends. I added Reggie in our squad, our group chat.
How did that work? On Zoom?
Yeah, because we do, I do my family
right,
chat
but that's your family. Why would you include friends in it? Y'all should have did y'all own separate thing.
They know, well, some of them know Reggie. Some of them know Reggie. So like Reggie's, like I've had him on before.
Oh, okay.
And like when my cousin closed on their house, like actually I was on FaceTime and then I was on the Zoom chat, my family Zoom chat. And so I just had them see my family. Pretty much they saw each other. We took a shot for my cousin, them closing on their house a few months back.
Congratulations, cousin.
Yeah. But it was so
big goal achieved.
Oh yeah. But we nonetheless, good times were had as always. Shoot, I ain't go to bed till like 3:00, staying up with my big sis and my cousin in California, us just chopping it up per usual.
Okay. Well, so, it sounds like we both had some cute weekends.
Yeah, of course. Then, and then of course finishing out yesterday, trying to close out some homework per usual, writing a couple of papers.
All right.
I got to stay on top of the grind.
Right. So let me go ahead and put this out there. I do apologize to the viewers. I have not been in the best as far. My energy levels are really, really low. But I definitely want to hop on here and get you guys this episode before I completely crashed, because I am going to crash soon. But yeah, let's get into
these topics. Before we get to the topics, I want to play a game. Play a game. Okay. We about to play culture tags.
Okay.
So for those who do not know what culture tags is, culture tags was created. It's a hashtag game. Pretty much on one side of the card, there's a hashtag with a bunch of letters, and of course, Miss Hadiya is going to guess what those letters stand for. I will explain. I will give her hints to help her out. For our listeners, what I will do, I will give you the topic. I will give you the letters, and y'all can play at home if y'all wish to.
Okay, so hold on. First, you gotta let me know what category you playing for, because I'm not familiar with a lot of them.
Ma'am.
Okay,
I got you.
Okay.
Let me run this show.
Okay. You're running the show.
So the first topic we doing, I got what, 5 or 6. So I'm not doing a lot.
Okay.
but I picked some good ones though.
Okay.
So our first topic is going to be song and lyrics.
Oh shit.
So for our for our listeners, the letters are TAT.
Show me.
Hold up. Can I get the
I'm sorry.
Who?
I'm sorry.
For our listeners, the letters are TATLITPWSAG. And here we go. So, Notorious B.I.G. This is a song. These are lyrics from Notorious B.I.G.'s. It's one of his songs. So,
to all the ladies in the place with style and grace.
Hey, there you go.
Okay, I figured that one out, and I don't know why that was the first song that came to my head, but that was the first song that came. What was the name of that song? I love it when they call me Big Papa. Okay, yeah, okay.
And I damn near drew a blank on the damn song. I'm sitting here trying to play the song back in my head. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah.
How the hell I forget that fast?
Okay.
All right, so same topic.
All right.
To our listeners, the letters are ISOOTDIIMDT.
Oh shit.
So these are lyrics.
Okay.
To Usher's. This is the lyrics, a set of lyrics to Usher's "Nice and Slow."
Oh shit! Hold on, wait.
It's the very beginning. It's the very
it's
beginning.
7 o'clock on the dot. I'm in my drop top, cruising the streets. Okay. Because I was like, wait, Nice and Slow. I couldn't even remember the song for a second. Okay.
All right. So we're gonna go Black Twitter.
Oh shit.
This is Black Twitter. Hey, Black Twitter be on it.
But I don't use Twitter. So
but
I should be able to get it.
Look,
though.
you've used these words, I'm sure.
Okay.
So for our listeners, the letters are ICWY.
Okay.
So this is what you tell somebody when you over them, and you just be like,
I can't with you.
There you go.
Okay, I didn't know that. Okay, I okay. Black Twitter. I think I understand where we're coming from. Okay,
come on now, it's Black Twitter.
See, when I played this with my family, I think we mostly did like TV shows or movies, lines from TV shows and movies. So we didn't really get into like Black Twitter and songs and stuff like that.
Man, I done played this a couple times with my friends, man, and shoot, they enjoyed it.
Okay.
All right, another one from Black Twitter.
Okay.
For our listeners, the letters are NNF. This is a Drake song. Think about Drake. Pretty much this is what you say when you're not allowing individuals into your circle.
No new friends.
There you go.
I was sitting here thinking about Marvin's Room.
Girl, ain't no M.
Oh God!
Ain't no.
No, I was thinking about the song. Like, man, I don't know why I was thinking about the song. Okay.
All right, this one is TV and film.
Okay.
And for our listeners, the letters are SMTM. This is from Jerry Maguire when Tom Cruise was yelling in the phone trying to get
show me the money.
There you go. Look, you making all them faces. I got you.
Because I ain't never seen Jerry Maguire. I just remember that from a meme or something. That came out like tax time or something like that, stimulus time. I remember it from a meme. Okay. Any more?
All right. Got one more.
Okay.
This is Words to Live By.
What am I, 5 for 5 now?
Yeah. You are 5 for 5.
All right, last one.
All right, last one.
$25 in my cash out.
Girl, bye.
Okay, go ahead.
To our listeners, the letters are DJABBIC. So this is what you say when you see something, when you see somebody, they could be dressed a certain way or they could act a certain way, and then once you get to know them, you be like, oh, okay, that's not who they really are because you did this. You'll normally tell somebody not to do this. You be like, don't bleep me. Like if you say something sketchy, or if you do something, if you how you tell me and Reggie, don't be doing this to you. These letters have something they correlate with that.
Oh wow, I am stumped.
So you normally tell me and Reggie not to judge you.
Don't judge a book by its cover.
There you go.
You practically gave me that one.
I did.
That was good though. So what we're gonna do is next episode I'm gonna have something for you.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get into these topics. This week, you guys, we are talking about friendships, relationships, and marriages. Now we're not gonna go into depth into all three. We just want to know how certain people feel about certain ones. Yeah. So we want to know how important is space, like having your own space or just having a little bit of time apart during friendships, relationships, and marriage. Okay. So I'm gonna let you take the lead on that one because that was your question.
Yeah. So I went down. I was on Twitter earlier today, and I seen this pop up, and I thought it was a good, a good question, and I was just like some of the answers, some of the answers didn't make sense, and then I was like, because some people were answering for friendships, some people were answering for relationships, some people were answering for marriage. And I'm like, all three are different.
Right.
All three are different depending on who you're dealing with. So I will kick it to you first. So, and we'll break these down by each section. So friendship, okay. How do you feel about like having your space from your friends?
So me and my friends, we're not like we talk to each other every day. We see each other every weekend. We go out all the time. We're not like that. Me and my friends, we can literally not speak for days or for weeks and then basically pick up where we left off. We're all at different points in our lives. So we're all kind of just on different journeys. But at the end of the day, when we do come together, it's almost like nothing we just basically picking up where we left off. Nothing has changed. If anything, we catching up, but for the most part, nothing has changed. Our kids still go to each other's birthday parties. We still hang out with one another for our birthdays, but it's like, we're at different points in our lives. So our day to day is just a little different. I'm not out of it's about 4 or 5 of us. They're really clip tight together. One is married, one is engaged, another one is engaged. So 2 is engaged, 1 is married, 1 has a boyfriend on the way, on the way home. And then I'm single or dating or single, I guess. Yeah. We all have kids. But yeah, so it's like, as far as space, we pretty much have our space. If anything, we, like I said, we just pick up where we left off. And I feel like our relationship, like, that works for us as far as friends because of the different journeys that we're on in our lives and the different obstacles that we have to face on our day to day, but anytime either of us need one another, we only one phone call away. So yeah, as far as relationships, when it comes to relationships, it depends on if we live together or not. And I'm going to speak mostly from my point of view. I haven't lived with a partner in a long time. And last that I could remember, the when I last lived with a partner, the relationship was okay because of the space that we had apart from when he was at work and when I was like the time that we spent apart worked for us, right? Um, but I think you want to more so know, do I feel like space in a relationship is required?
Is it needed?
Is it need? Yes. Oh my God, yes. What? I actually kind of sort of I'm actually like I'm on the side of almost agreeing with I would need my boyfriend to have his own bedroom in my house.
Yeah, I mean,
Like, don't get me wrong, I'm extremely affectionate. I'm extremely physical when it comes to my partner. I'll give you all the attention that you need. But every now and again, I get to the point where I kind of want my own space. You know, I
right.
would want just to be in my room by myself. I would want to I sleep well. I sleep calm when I'm in the bed with someone, but I sleep wild when I'm sleeping by myself. And sometimes I be wanting to sleep wild. Like, I don't know, I just get the best sleep when I could just spread my legs and toot it up and just put my arms anywhere and just roll over when the fuck I get ready.
You're like,
Rather than, yes, like rather than just having to be cautious that somebody is beside me,
right.
or I would have to be mindful that somebody's sleeping beside me, so I can't really make a whole bunch of noise getting up to go pee, cutting lights on and shit. Like, so I don't know. I just feel like even though I'm in a relationship, I would still want some me time,
Look,
even if it's
real quick,
just.
real quick. So you talked about sleeping wild. In my first marriage, distinctly remember this because the shit's so funny now. But I panicked when it happened. So we're in the bed sleep. I had to have been having like a terrible fucking dream because evidently I was fighting in my dream, and I was fighting so fucking hard that I punched my then wife in square in her chest
Oh my
while we were asleep.
God. Oh my God. That's not funny.
Hey, I don't think I hit her hard because of course we were asleep, but it's the fact that like I just gave her a quick jab while we were asleep, and then like as soon as I made contact with her, it was like my dream stopped and I fucking jumped up. We both jumped up, and I was just like, "Oh shit, I hit her for real."
So when I was pregnant with my last child, um me and the father of my son, we was in the bed sleep. Now I sleep on my back, and that's not healthy, but it's something that I've been doing anyways, and I'm really trying to get out of it. But I sleep on my back. But I have like 1,000 pillows on my bed too, so let's keep that in mind. But I sleep on my back, and he was sleeping on his side with his arm wrapped around my stomach. Okay, so I'm asleep, and he got his arm over my stomach. In my dream, I love telling this story because it's really crazy. In my dream, I was having a dream of this baby in my stomach telling me, "Mama, tell daddy to move his arm because I can't breathe. I can't breathe," right? As I'm dreaming this, I literally cannot breathe. I don't know what it was, but I woke up. I was like, "Babe, move your arm. I can't breathe. I can't breathe." I woke up gasping for air. I lie to you not. My kids, they don't like the relationship that I had with my youngest son because we are really close. But what they don't understand is that during my pregnancy, I was like, quote unquote, telepathically speaking to my baby through my son. I didn't need an ultrasound because I asked my stomach, if you a boy, you would do this. If you a girl, you would do nothing. I was like, if it's a son in my stomach, you'll start kicking me crazy right now. And I lie to you not, my baby started kicking the fuck out of me crazy. And then like a week later, I go in for my ultrasound and find out I'm having a boy. But I had already knew I was having a boy. Like my son, he was just communicating with me through his dream, through my dreams. And I thought that shit was dope as fuck. Like I literally woke up gasping for air.
Look,
Like I was like, "Babe, you
shit.
gotta move. You gotta move." The baby said he can't breathe. He was like, "What?" And then it's like when I fully woke up, like I'm gasping for air, like I couldn't breathe. I couldn't breathe. And he was like, "You okay?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm good." But the baby was saying he couldn't breathe. And my baby dad was like, "The baby said he couldn't breathe." It was just oh my God, it's the craziest experience of my life.
And
But
that's
I
scary.
remember it vividly for the life of me. But I couldn't tell what my son looked like. So, like looking back and remembering the dream, I couldn't remember the face of the baby. All
Right.
I know is in my dream, this little baby was telling me, "Ma, tell daddy to move his arm because I cannot breathe. I can't breathe, mama. I can't breathe."
That's
And I
nuts.
literally woke up out my sleep, gasping for air, like moving his arm, telling him to move off of me, move over. I can't breathe. I couldn't breathe. And I'm gasping like I really could not breathe. This shit was, it was crazy at the time. But looking back, that shit was dope as fuck to know that my baby could communicate with me that way. So I thought that was dope. But yeah, so and it's gonna come times where MJ is gonna come in here and fall asleep on my flow, and I would need him. I would need that to be an okay space for him. So that
Right.
means no nookie if MJ is in his sleep on the floor. So that would be with nights where I would need to be in a room where I can sleep by myself so that MJ can
Right.
be comfortable in my room. So
Uh,
but
so
I mean, not just for sleeping purposes, but I would just want my own space just for when I want to deal with whatever me problems I have, you know? So
right.
I feel like
I
space
feel that.
within a relationship is definitely needed. I feel like space within a marriage is needed too.
Hell
Just
yeah.
because you're literally spending your everyday all day with someone else. When do you have time to spend with yourself? When do you have time to practice self-love for self? And
Mhm.
just being able to focus on yourself, because the last thing you want to do is lose yourself while trying to focus on somebody else. So, I just feel like this space is needed regardless of the relationship.
Right. So I will say, like, when it comes to friendship, like, of course, I feel like men, we're kind of the same way. Like, we don't have to. A lot of men, we don't have to speak to each other on a regular basis. And then once we call each other, text each other, whatever, we pretty much is like our
Picking up where
conversation
you,
never,
yeah.
yeah, we our conversation never left. I'm like that with a few females, few of my female friends, where we don't have to talk every day. But again, whenever one of us contact each other, it's like we never, conversation never stopped.
Yeah.
Uh, but I also looked at this question on the friendship side, because there are people who have friends who want to fucking hear from them every damn day. I don't know why, but
And all I ask
you
y'all to
you
do
have
is
them
answer
people.
y'all fucking FaceTimes and y'all won't do it.
Hold up, dog. Hold up. See, you thought I was taking a shot at you. I wasn't
Oh,
taking a
you
shot at you.
wasn't. Oh, okay,
No,
my bad.
see, I that's why it pays to shut the fuck up sometimes.
Shut up. Okay, go ahead.
Because I was just speaking on the Twitter answers. Because, like I said, you do have people who want to hear from their friends every day. Like I said, I don't know why. Because I'm like, shit, we got lives too. So, like, we're not gonna be able to, people ain't gonna be able to pick up their phone, or hell, sometimes they just don't want to pick up their phone. Shit, they just want to kick back and be to themselves, or do whatever it is that they want to do. As far as relationships and marriages, I treat them kind of the same, because once you're in a relationship, especially if you're living together, like now you're in each other's space on a regular basis. And like you said, especially during the marriage, like, where do you find that time to take for yourself? And that time where you guys go to work or whatever, that shit's trash, because you still have to deal with the people. You still got to deal with work. You still got to deal with the people that you work with. So I don't consider that being time apart, because that's not time you're enjoying. That's time that you have to spend with a whole nother set of people
Right.
that you either like or dislike, because you need to make, you still need to make money to take care of your household. Uh, and I kind of fell into that before, where I wasn't taking any me time. I was just always on the go. Work, whether I'm working at home, working my side jobs, making t-shirts, doing photography, like, it was always work.
Mm-hmm.
And granted, yeah, granted, we started that shit together, but I'm like, shit. After a while, that shit's daunting too,
Yeah.
because it's not like you're like your mindset is to, hey, I need to get this shit done so I can make this bread.
Right.
And it's not. I mean, yeah, it'll be fun, but it's not the fun that you'll have when you go do something on your own. Whether it's just go to a bar and go watch a game, or have a drink, or fucking go out of town with some friends. Like,
Yeah.
and so actually that spun off into other questions with like uh the wife taking the trip with her friends versus the man taking the trip with his friends. But that's neither here nor there. The thing is, take those take those trips if need be. Take that time off, or take that time away from each other, because those are the times that you can recharge your batteries mentally and things like that. So
Also,
that way it helps with being able to take care of home.
also too, you don't want to get bored with your partner. So
Yes.
sometimes that time apart is needed, even if it's just 20 minutes of you going to get your hair done without your partner, or 20 minutes of not 20 minutes, because Lord knows it take longer than that for us to get our hair done. But like, I don't know, sometimes you just need some time apart just to keep from getting bored. You're with this person every
Mm-hmm.
day for the rest of y'all lives.
Wake
You're
up
gonna
to each
need some
other's.
time apart. You're gonna need that girls' night out, or that night with the fellas, without your spouse or without your partner, just so you can just kind of take a deeper breath of fresh air without
But
them for a
hell,
change,
sometimes it's not even the fact of going somewhere, because if you have a big enough space, you got, like you said, if he has his own room,
A man
or if he
cave.
a man cave,
Hmm.
you can go down there and
Let him watch the
you know
game in peace unless he wants you there.
right, or
Which we'll never know the
play
truth about that, because some men
play
want their
video
woman
games.
there and some don't. So,
Nah, if I'm headed to the man cave, let me be. I'm down there for a reason.
oh, excuse,
I'm down there for a reason.
excuse me.
Whether it's me playing, like you said, whether I'm watching the game or I'm playing them video games with my friends, like that.
Just give you
Let me
your
get that
space.
time. Yeah, let me get that
Okay.
time.
All right. So we
Then
both agree that space is definitely needed within a relationship, whether it be friendships, relationships, or marriages. So let me ask you this. What does a healthy relationship look like to you? Like, I want to know what it looks
I
like to you, and then I also want to know what it means to you.
I don't know what one necessarily looks like, because uh all relationships and marriages are different.
I'm gonna cut you
I
off because
haven't
I
I
honestly
haven't
agree
I
with you.
I haven't like I have my idea of what a healthy relationship in marriage should look like. Now, is it something that's going to be perfect? Absolutely not. But
Mine
uh,
is
shit, then why you ain't married?
because I don't want to be married right now.
Well, then shut the hell up
I'm too
then.
busy trying to secure this bag.
You can secure the bag and still have a healthy
Nah,
relationship.
I think marriage is dope. I think it is super
Hell
dope
yeah.
for two people to make the decision on coming together and just doing this together. I think that shit is dope. I'm not gonna marry the first man that proposed to me though. I've had several proposals in my past, and I said no to one, and I told one to reword it to where you're not proposing to me, you're just giving me a promise ring, or like, because we wasn't nowhere near ready for engagement. Um,
I have
but
thoughts on that, but that's another podcast.
okay, but yeah, so
That's
I'm
another
sorry. Go
podcast.
ahead and finish because I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you fine. I think I would say my example of what I thought was a healthy relationship would be my mom and dad. Like so, and I say that because I got like we all grew up together pretty much. So like while they were dating, they were also raising me. So I got to see them grow. And then I got to see, like, so I got to see the good, the bad, the ugly.
Okay.
So I would necessarily, and of course shit wasn't perfect, but I did I do try I did and still do try and cherry pick though some of those things that I learned by watching them, and just applying it to my own relationships, and even when I was married. But like, of course, communication is always a must. And so what I have learned about communication is the shit can't be surface based. Like, I mean, you can get that surface based shit every, on the regular, but after a while you're gonna have to sit down and really communicate with each other and get past the whole surface based shit and start learning each other, so that way future future issues won't arise, because now you know how this person feels about certain things and vice versa. um being able to help each other take care of home is always important. Like we had the generals episode last week, and for me it's like I'm more so it's more so for me, I worry about taking care of home, and I want to make sure that we're all doing everything that we need to do so.
Okay.
Whether it's with the bills, cleaning up, all of taking care of any kids. Just I just want to make sure that we're all doing our part to make sure everything's good at home. Um, I mean, having fun. I think marriage is looked at like people say the old ball and chain, and it's said in such a negative connotation, where marriage is, like we said, marriage is dope, and it's even doper when you have somebody that you're on the same page with, and that you guys are not only working to achieve goals, but you're out there having fun, whether you have kids or you don't. Of course they're going to be different, because if you don't have kids, y'all can go do whatever the hell you want to do and
Not
enjoy life.
necessarily. You talking about as a married couple or just?
Yes.
I mean,
even in relationship, because you have to think about it. You don't have kids. You don't have to worry about kids. I'm just on a general basis, because now when you have
what
kids,
is it that you can do as a married couple without kids that you can't do with kids?
You can go to an adult. You do all the adult shit on a vacation.
So like nude beach,
Whether it's new,
strip club,
all of it. So you have to. So think about it. If you go on a vacation with your kids,
but that stuff is just more of a preference.
But you have to think about it. A lot of stuff's going to have to be kid friendly for you if you take your kids.
Okay. But that's okay. But I don't want you to make it like you can't go on a vacation because you have kids.
No. That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying.
You
I'm
can
saying
okay.
different.
So with kids, you can do you can do just about anything with that you can do without kids, as long as it's kid friendly or just friendly enough for the kids.
Like you have to like planning a trip without kids and then planning a trip with kids, two totally different trips.
I mean, because they have cruises that allow kids and adults to be on them at the same time. The adults can still party and get drunk. The kids can still enjoy themselves. They have child watch, or they have people that watch the kids services and stuff. Yeah. So I don't know. I just didn't want you to make. I didn't want you to put it out there like as if like you can't do certain things because you have kids.
That's not. No. That's not what I was saying. I'm just saying they're just totally different. Like I said, if you ain't had kids, you take your vacation. That vacation gonna be totally different than a vacation with them kids.
Okay, I get it.
Look, I had to explain
because you put it like that. Yes, I get it, but
right,
I get it.
Because that's just like people who bring their kids to Vegas. Man, my daughter ain't gonna see Vegas until she's 21,
old enough to take herself.
Man, listen, even then it's just like, do I really want to go to Vegas with my daughter?
I ain't going to Vegas with my kids. I can tell you that now. I
I'll
don't care
go.
how old they is.
Look, if my daughter wanted me to go, I'll go.
Mm.
But I know my daughter.
Girl.
Hey, I know my daughter. She ain't gonna want me to go.
Right.
So I ain't even worried. But yeah, as we digress, as far as a healthy relationship, it's just more so just being it's a lot of trying to be on the same page as much as possible. Is that going to happen on a regular basis? No, it's not. But at least y'all have to have a common goal of where y'all want to be, what y'all want to do, things like that, and make it work with each other.
Okay.
What about you, Miss Hadiya? How do you feel about what do you think a healthy relationship is?
So I have yet to witness a healthy relationship.
We'll say healthy. We've probably seen healthy-ish.
Yeah, I've yet to see that as well. What I would say that a healthy relationship to me resembles is, what's the word I'm looking for? I am looking for, okay, healthy communication skills, because you can have communication skills where one person is talking over the other, or one person is talking down to the other. So I'm going to say a healthy relationship to me has healthy communication skills. They both see the relationship as a partnership and not just a dominant submissive style relationship. Right. I don't know. And once you see it as a partnership and the teamwork is being put in equally, I don't see no wrong going from that. I feel like, I feel like a lot of relationships are ending because one person feel like they're doing more than the other, or one person is lacking something that the other isn't, or something like that. So as long as we are in this together and we see this as a partnership, you have to put in just as much as I have to put in. And that don't mean just finances, time, and energy. That means love, support, quality time, all of the above. Like a healthy relationship to me includes all of that. A healthy relationship to me, it also includes some disagreements, but it also, on top of the disagreement, it includes us coming together and finding a solution to the disagreement. Yes. And once we agree to disagree, or once we solve the problem, we're not bringing it back up in each other's faces anymore, right. So that's what a healthy relationship looks like, sounds like, feels like to me. Now, like I said, I have yet to witness a healthy relationship. As a child, I've witnessed my mother be in relationships where she did more than her partners. I've witnessed relationships with physical, mental, and verbal abuse. I've witnessed, and I'm not just speaking on just my mom, I'm speaking like it's period as far as what I've seen. I've even been in some relationships that were just toxic and lack communication, and things of that nature. So like I said, I've yet to witness a healthy relationship firsthand, as well as experience one. But I know when my healthy relationship do come to me, because it's coming, it's on its way. Oh, yeah. These are some of the characteristics that I want it to portray.
Yep. Awesome. I like it.
Yep.
Hey, I've been saying maintaining a damn relationship or marriage, that shit, I keep telling people, that shit is another job, damn near.
Yeah, but is it really?
Yes, because it takes.
I don't think
it's
so.
Something you can't slack. You can slack on your job.
I'm not even. But I don't mean to cut you off, but I just have to say this really, really quick. I don't think it's a job if this is what we really want. Like, what I want for my partner to understand is that we've both been in failed relationships our entire lives, and we decided that we want to make this work. If we are meant for each other and not even necessarily destined by God to be together, but if it's just, if we love each other that much, we're going to do whatever it takes to make this work. I'm going to do whatever I have to do to make it easy on you, and vice versa. I'm going to love you the way you want me to love you rather than loving you the way that I know how. You see what I'm saying? I feel like that's another thing too. I be loving my partners the way that I feel like they want to be loved, but I don't be paying attention to how they want to be loved. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I say it's another. That's why I feel like it's a job, because you still have to. Because it's a never ending process, because people change, and so
True.
once we start to change, we have to learn those changes, because we're so
I just don't
used
see
to
that as hard work. That's all.
I'm not saying it's hard work.
Well, you
I'm
said
just
it's a
saying
job.
it's work. Yes. Who said a job has to be hard work?
I mean, I'm just saying, I just don't see like spending the rest of your life with the one that you love. I don't see that as being a job. I just see that as, I don't know. I
think it's just more. I think it's just the word that I give.
But I'm gonna take your word for it, because you've been married, so you know way more than I do. Because I ain't never married nobody yet.
I mean, I just say it's a job because of how much because you have to put in so much. Like once you say I do, you like, that's just the beginning. That's just the beginning, because now you really have to start learning this person, and again, they have to learn you and all the changes that you come with as time goes. But
I feel like a lot of this learning should have took place before we got married too, though.
Again,
so do people just automatically change once they get the ring on their finger?
I've seen it happen.
Oh, okay.
I've seen it happen.
We are not subject matter. I am not a subject matter expert when it comes to marriage.
You said that right. We are not subject matter experts. I may have a little bit of experience, but
and I'm trying my hardest not to answer these questions based on like shit that I see on TV. I'm a hopeless romantic, okay? I feel like when the universe send me my person, the shit just gonna go as smooth as pie. Like,
the UPS man gonna knock on your door and like that.
And he gonna drop them off in a cardboard box, and everything is just gonna be perfectly fine.
You gonna order your husband.
Listen, I'm trying to build a nigga, okay? And have him overnighted to me.
Overnight.
Listen,
to hell with waiting 2 days. I need him tomorrow.
Okay, Amazon Prime who?
I need him to get him tomorrow. I need him to cut this grass, take out this trash.
And you know what? The first couple weeks, I'm gonna make sure all of this taken care of for him. I'm gonna break him in nice and smooth.
Take these children to school real quick.
I just need him to get the boys to the barbershop, take out the trash, and cut the grass. Help out with the bills. And love on me. That's it. That's all. And love on my kids. That's it. That's all.
Now, so as we continue this relationship and marriage talk, I want to ask you, what is your biggest fear when it comes to being in a relationship? Like, what's your biggest fear as far as when it comes to a relationship?
My biggest fear. My biggest fear is losing my partner. My partner dying before me. I think, I don't think I would be able to really handle it. Like, you know how you hear stories of like a husband passing away and then the wife passing away like a month or so later? Yeah. I really feel like that be happening because she just couldn't live without him.
Right.
And I feel like that's what my case, that's how my case is going to be. Like, I would want to pass away before my partner because I just can't live. Like, I want to love someone so much that I can't live without you. So I would have to die first, you know? And if you can't live without me, then babe, you just gonna be right behind me next couple of weeks. You know?
Damn.
So but like off the top of my head, that's probably one of my biggest fears. Like, I don't want to manifest somebody cheating on me. That's not a fear of mine because I've already experienced that. I've had somebody when I was in high school, this guy, we wasn't even in a relationship. We was just talking really, really heavy. And he faked his death to get out of talking with me because he was scared to tell me that he had got a girl pregnant. Was scared to tell me that he had a baby on the way. So he told his cousin to tell me that he had died. Now I'm sitting here fucking crying, boo-hooing my eyes out. And then a couple months later, I find out that bitch, your fat ass still fucking living. Bitch. And you gonna come and tell me, well, I didn't know how to tell you I had a baby on the way. Boy, fuck you.
You still feel some kind of way about that one. You still feel some kind of way about that one. Golly.
I'm over it, but so it's like I've been through a lot when it comes to relationships. So when it comes to stuff like my biggest fear is finally finding my person, and then for whatever reason having to live without them.
That's a good one.
That's
a real
it.
Good one. My biggest fear.
Before you answer that though, I have a question.
Shoot.
Do you even desire to be married again?
I get this question so much.
Like, do you really desire to be married again?
So I get this question often. And so I'm going to give you the answer that I've always.
I don't want the answer you gave everybody else. I want the honest God truth.
No, it's the honest God truth. Shit,
Okay.
Everybody get the same damn answer. Like right now, I'm coasting because of the fact that just from my past and how I go about like moving on from a relationship or as you know, my marriage, like I normally would move on quick
and just jump into another relationship. Okay. So right now you just enjoying being single.
I mean, for the most
part, or
part,
experiencing being single.
Yeah,
you ain't never really been single.
Thank you. I
remember we had this conversation before.
I never given my chance to really be single, date, and actually just kind of see what it is that I actually like.
Mm-hmm.
And so and I feel like, and I know me, I like companionship. So I will never say that I'm opposed to getting married again. It's just more so of we're gonna have to see. Like right now, it's just me trying to really take my time with this one, and not only get myself together first, and then move on and see what it is. See what's next for me.
Okay.
Same way with children. Now, my answer, you've heard me say with children.
Oh, I don't want no more kids. I'm sorry.
Look, my daughter is at that age where I need to either piss or get off the pot, and she's like, and my thing is, I don't want to start over.
So
I don't want to start over. So that's where. So I'm kind of torn because as much as I say fuck them kids, which is tongue in cheek, I love the kids. My thing is, I'm not opposed to it, but if I don't have another kid, I won't be upset because I have my daughter.
So here's my thing. The only way I would have my husband a child or two is if he can financially support all of us during my pregnancy and the first 6 months of my child's life. I don't want to have to work once I start showing, and I don't want to have to work 6 months after giving birth to my baby. And he has to take on custody if he decides to leave for whatever reason. he has to take the child with him. That's the only way I have some work. That is, I want weekend visitations.
Oh Lord.
I will breast milk pump. I will pump breast milk for you.
Send it over.
But if you decide that you're going to leave me, you're gonna take what you came with, and you came with these sperms, and you're gonna take them with you. So with that being said, my youngest is 8 years old. And
Oh,
I would love to lay down and birth some children for my husband.
Whew.
But if you leave, nigga, you take your kids with you. Because they came with you, they're gonna leave with you.
Lord,
Period. Point blank.
All right.
Period. Now, let's get back on topic. What is your biggest relationship fear?
My biggest relationship fear is the same as my biggest. Well, no, because my biggest fear with marriage is completely different. But my biggest relationship fear is that I'm not enough for who I'm with. And as much as I have going on, like as much as I have going on, it's more so I want to be able to make sure that I can manage my time and make sure that I still am able to help do what I need to do to maintain my relationship and and move forward. Because there's still stuff. There's a lot of things that I know how I am. Like I'll completely shut the world off and I'll be just fine. But in a relationship, you can't do that shit.
You can. You just have to do it when you're in your own zone, like me time type.
Right. But I'm saying like I be wanting to do that shit for a prolonged period of time.
Yeah.
Because there's just there are times where I just be like, well, I just want it to be Groundhog Day. I just want to wake up, go to work, go to the gym, go home. Nothing more, nothing less.
Right.
And just take that time to just kind of mellow out and get my thoughts together. Just do certain things that I need to do to get my mind right.
Right.
And then once I feel like I'm I'm at that level, I come back. But can't necessarily do that in relationships. Like you said, you can get away with it. You may be able to get away with it for a day, and that's if you communicate with them like, "Hey, I need this day. I just need a day." But like once you push it after a day, like they're gonna be like, "Hey, my nigga, what's up? Like, you good?"
I don't know, but I'm sitting here thinking, if I knew that I was dealing with someone who just kind of goes in autopilot every now and again, I could give you a day or two. With a day or two with no complaints, no arguments, no interruption. I'll give you a good 36 to 48 hours.
Now, in this, now I will say this: so I have to break it down. So if we're not living together, then yeah, it's a lot easier because now I'm at my own place. But if we're living together,
I'm speaking more so if we're living together.
Okay, so now if we're living together, mind you, just because I'm in autopilot doesn't mean I'm not doing shit that needs to be done around. Like,
but
my autopilot is still taking care of home. That's a part of my like taking care of home. Like you're still going to see me do all the shit that I need to do to make sure home's taken care of.
Yeah, but we talking about 2 days. I'm not. You don't have to take the trash out every day. Like if, in all honesty, if we was living together and you was like, babe, I need a couple days to really, just sort things out. I would suggest you go get a hotel and spend 2 days away to get you together, because I'm big on making sure your mental health is where you need it to be. So if you feel like mentally you just really need to shut down and reset and you need 2 days, I would wholeheartedly tell you, go get you a room for a couple days. Go to a nice hotel uptown and just get you a room for a couple days and just kind of chill out. Do whatever you feel like you need to do, because I can't possibly you can't be around me and need your space like that. And I like, I'm just scared I may be an interruption to your download or your upload or whatever it is that you need to do, So I would pretty much suggest that you go, if you didn't have like a man cave in our home, I would recommend you go get you a hotel room, do what you need to do as far as getting your head where you need it to be or to reset or whatever the case may be, and then come home in 2 days if you even need 2 days,
Right.
because what a lot of people is failing to realize is that we are living in a time where we're starting to realize that these are things that we need. Personal time away or spending time by yourself is much needed. Our mental
when we say spending time to yourself, like we mean we pretty much mean just that. Like, we're not saying because the interpretation of, oh, you're gonna let your significant other to go get a hotel room for 2 days. You don't know what they could be doing. Well, I have enough trust to be like, they gon' they're gonna go to this hotel, they gonna do whatever it is, that whatever they need to do, and do what's right by our relationship.
right.
So, and the thing is, I can't be concerned with that, because at this point I'm more so worried about their health and welfare.
Right.
So,
I mean,
it's just the interpretation of what that would look like from
right.
the outside.
But I've
looking in.
already said one time before that I don't put a lot of power into sex. I don't put Sex means a lot to me, yes.
Right.
But I'm also at a point in my life where I don't want to say that cheating is a deal breaker, because to a certain extent it is a deal breaker. I just don't put a whole lot of power on sex. I don't give sex a whole lot of energy. So my thought process is not going to go to, oh, well, you're going to have somebody up at the room with you. That's not where my head is going first. I'm first and foremost wanting to know that you're getting your mental where you need it to be.
Right.
Now, if I come to bring you dinner and something just don't smell right, don't sound right, don't look right, that's different. But for the most part, you're telling me that you need this time apart as your wife. I am okay with with you being away to take this much needed time. And this is, and like I said, the only reason why I said the hotel is if we don't have the space in our home that you can kind of just go on vacation to for a couple of days. If we had a man cave, the hotel wouldn't even be an option, because you can just go lock yourself in your man cave for however many days you need. And, as long as I know you're there, we're fine. If we had a garage that you might have could just transformed into your own little personal space, that's another thing. Or maybe a shed in the backyard that you can kind of transform. You know what I'm saying? So the hotel was only just if we didn't have the space in our home. And I feel like, I don't know. I just, like I said before, I just don't put a lot of, I don't put a lot of power in, I don't put a lot of, I don't give sex a lot of power. I don't give cheating a lot of power, because that's not the relationship that I'm manifesting for myself. So I'm not sitting here thinking or going head first with you cheating on me in your man cave or at your hotel room or whatever the case may be. I'm not going for that. Like, I'm not thinking that. I'm thinking you really needed some mental time to yourself, and you needed to get your mental together. And that's what you're taking the time away from. Now, how often am I allowing you to do this? Once, maybe twice a year.
Right.
And I feel like that's fair.
But I'm going to say a lot of that comes with communication too.
Of course. All of this comes
like
with
that,
communication.
It just is more so just knowing who you're with, because like you said, you learn while you're in the relationship phase. So you can tell when your significant other isn't on their A game.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell by their energy and things like that. So yeah, it's just more so communication. And like I said, shit, that them 2 days, let them let them relax, do whatever the hell they're gonna do for them 2 days, get their mind right, let them come back home, and y'all
Mm-hmm.
continue y'all continue your relationship as see fit.
Yeah. So your
But
biggest fear was not
that I
being
am not,
enough.
yes, not being enough for whoever I'm with.
I would
But
definitely put that in my top 5.
like I said, now I my now it's a little now death would be the one for if I was married. Like
Well,
if like you said, how if your significant other died before you, I think it was more so me dying before them, because I want to be able to I want to be able to try and be there as long as I can. Now if they pass before me, oh man, that's just gonna be hell.
yeah.
Hell.
That's one of my biggest. If I had to do a top 5, that would probably be number one on my list.
Death is number one. Death is number one, whether it's them or me.
Yeah.
I'm, and I'm not gonna say I'd rather for it to be them. Absolutely not. But it's more so I don't,
We never know how the cookie is gonna crumble.
man, and it's just more so death in general, because it's like you I don't know how they're going to react, and I damn sure don't know how I'm going to react
Yeah.
if it happens. If it happens.
I think another one of my fears is someone being in a relationship with me with for the wrong reason, or with the wrong intentions or bad
Mhm.
intentions. Like someone who, after I died, they was really just waiting on me to die so they can collect insurance money. Or like someone who was plotting my death so that they could take the insurance money.
Stop watching TV.
I watch a lot of TV.
Right. Stop
But I
watching
mean,
damn
this shit is
TV.
real life.
That's some old,
Like, this is stuff that really happens. So,
that's some
like,
old Lifetime shit.
that would probably be in my top 5.
Oh, you know who do that?
Yeah, because black people don't get life insurance like that, but that's another
It's shit.
conversation.
Like
I
I
got
got life
life
insurance.
insurance,
Right. I got life insurance. My
and my policy cute as
I make sure
fuck.
my baby take care.
Okay,
My policy cute.
my policy cute as fuck, and I pay less than $30 a month.
Look, my policy where it need to be, split down the middle for my daughter and my mom, so they can handle business.
Well,
Pretty much, my mom will handle the business. My daughter will
hopefully, I
have
die
her
of an
money.
old age to where my
Oh
children will
yeah.
not have to worry about making major decisions without me. But if in case something do happen to me before then, I sat down with my kids. They already know what I want to take place, and it's a done deal.
Ooh, I got that spins off to another podcast. We'll discuss that here in a moment.
Okay.
Is there anything else that you would like to discuss for tonight, Miss Hadiya?
Um. So this topic was. I don't know how I feel about it.
Why?
I feel like I'm not saying it wasn't a good topic. It was a really good topic. I just feel like because my energy is not where I want it to be, I really couldn't give it my all. And I do apologize to the listeners as well as the viewers. I don't know. I'm not sure exactly. Well, I know why my energy is so low. I haven't been drinking the water that I need. And I've just really been overworking myself lately. But I don't know. I feel like I'm not here 100%. And when I'm not here 100%, then I can't give the listeners and the viewers the best of me. I'm sitting here yawning on camera, and I really don't like that. But
Well,
I really love this.
they still got me though. I'm still here. You
Yes,
ain't
but
gotta
you're
you
only one
forget,
half of the show. See,
right.
if this
So
is a
let
marriage,
me see
if this was
see.
a marriage, we're missing 50% because I'm not at my best.
But
Can you carry the show without me?
if you would sit back and relax and let me do what I'm supposed to do, then absolutely.
Do you feel like I don't let you do what you're supposed to do?
I'm just saying.
Let's get
I'm
into
just
that
saying.
conversation.
I'm just saying.
How do you feel as my co-host?
I feel good. I like coming on here every week, shooting the shit with my friend, acting the fool, hopefully making people laugh and actually think and just waiting on. I go back and I check for those comments just see if people respond, things like that, because it like those are what helped the show to see people responding and giving their opinion as well. Because I'm like, you never know, we may hit y'all up and be like, hey, you trying to come on the show?
Okay. Now, do you
It's not,
feel like I dim your light a little bit, or
no, because you asked me to come on and co-host with you. So my thing is right now, we're probably what 6 episodes in together,
about 5 or 6?
if
Yeah,
5 or 6. So we're still,
give or take.
hey, so we still figuring this thing out. This is more like I said. I come on here and I enjoy myself. I have fun. I get to talk to my friend, and we get to talk about whatever the hell we want to talk about.
Okay. But I just want you to know that if at any time you feel like you can't be your best you because you feel like I'm yucking your yum, or I'm dimming your light, or just not giving you the space to really do you, please reach out to me and let me know, because I
Girl,
definitely don't want to come off that way. I know I
I'm
be
gonna check.
interrupting you and stuff.
I'm gonna check that ass on camera.
Oh, okay. Well, I have no
I
problem
ain't
with
gotta.
that.
I ain't gotta reach out to you. I'm gonna check you on camera. Let these people know. Hey,
Actually have no problem with that whatsoever.
I am here too.
All right. So we know
But
that Smurf wants to get married. Well, we know that you're not looking to get married anytime soon because you're actually enjoying the single life experience. We know what your
trying to.
biggest fears are. We know how important space is to you during friendships, relationships, and marriages. And we also know what a healthy relationship looks like to you. I have a question.
Shoot.
Because you were married once before and you are now divorced, do you, if you were to get married again, do you feel like because you've experienced it once before, you know what to do and what not to do to make the marriage last longer the next time around?
I mean, I have an idea, but again, people are different. So
Right.
it's me learning a whole new person all over again, and then adjusting to their changes. Now I can try and take some of the things that I felt that worked within the previous marriage and try and apply them, and hopefully, see if they work. I mean, that's pretty much that's pretty much all you really can do, because you have, so like with me, for instance, between my friends and old heads that I talk to, like, you try and cherry pick some of the things that you learn from everybody that you come across, and you try and apply them in whatever way you can. So that's really all that I could do when it comes to, and that's relationships and marriage, but especially marriage, because it's a process. It's a whole process, and it's something that can't be solved in a day, month, year. Like, that shit takes time. So
Mm.
you have to take day by day steps to figure out who this person is on a daily basis, because they could wake up one day and nothing's wrong with them. Next day, completely different. And now I got to sit here and figure out what's going on with this person. If I, of course, if I know them, then I may have a sense. But at the same time,
You may
it could
never
be some.
know.
Yeah, you never know, because
Her
it could be
side
something
nigga
totally
could be
different.
cheating on her
Hey, he
with
tell that nigga
another
to act
woman.
right. Tell that nigga to act right.
So I can honestly say that after failed relationships, the next relationship that I get into, I know what I'm going to do and what I'm not going to do. Like, I know where I went wrong in past relationships, so I'll know not to make those same mistakes. And in all honesty, the only place where I went wrong in past relationships was jumping into those relationships so quickly. And so, moving forward, now that I'm paying attention to red flags that I was letting slide in my past. Now, instead of rushing into a relationship just to say that I'm in a relationship, I'm taking my time. I'm paying attention to these red flags, and I'm just kind of taking things slow. I feel like we jump into relationships not even knowing who we're in a relationship with, and before you
Because
know it, we stuck in a relationship because now we pregnant, we got kids by this person, or the relationship is so toxic, we scared to leave, or we don't want to leave because we feel like the person really need us, or et cetera, et cetera. So, it's to a point now where I'm just kind of paying attention to everything before I decide to, okay, I'm gonna make you my boyfriend. Because I'm literally in a situation where I like this one guy, but it's like this other guy is really showing potential. And I don't want to pick and then pick the wrong one. So I'm gonna date y'all both, and
play your cards.
whoever put a ring on the first wins. I'm just playing. Nah, but I'm in between two guys that I really like. Well, it's really not even like one guy is showing way more potential than the other, but it's like I really like him, and I'm just gonna sit.
Like, oh my God, I really like him so much.
I was gonna say something stupid. It's like I really like. Listen.
He buys me flowers. He opens my door. He calls me. He tells me good morning every day.
I like two guys, and one is showing way more potential than the other, but I like the other more than I like the one that's showing more potential. That's my issue. But before I commit to anything, I'm just going to enjoy going out on dates, going out to eat, phone conversations, text messages. I was about to say Connect Four, but I didn't.
You was about to say something else. That's neither here nor there.
It is here nor there because I don't know what you're talking about. But yes. So yeah. Relationships are what you make them.
Yes. But both parties have to be on the same page.
Both parties have to be on the same page, same line, same paragraph, et cetera, et cetera. You literally have to be eye to eye with your partner. But yeah, ultimately, relationships are what you make them at the end of the day. I just hope that the universe hear me when I tell them to send me my person, and we gonna thug it out.
Next day air. We need that.
I need him.
On the
doorstep. I need him overnighted.
6 o'clock sharp.
Cardboard box, already put together. No assembly needed. I need him to come ready to go. Like, like that's yes.
Like I said, we need him at the door 6 a.m. sharp.
Okay, because yeah. And Drake, if you just so happen is him, Drake.
Are you trying to get him to
rent
out a baseball field for you too?
I don't need no baseball field. Look, but Drake, if you want to rent out a fucking baseball field, baby, rent that motherfucker out. Okay. We can even eat in the dugout so that don't no drones get pictures of us. Like locker room. Listen, I love lobster in locker rooms. Okay. Like, hey, I just want you, baby.
America.
Anybody who know me know that if I'm not crazy in love with nobody, I am crazy in love with Drake. I was crazy in love with Kevin Gates, but my respect for Drake will not let me lust over him anymore.
Look at you.
So Drake it is.
That's called.
Last I checked, he's still single.
Hey,
I'm growing. I am growing.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is another episode of Coffee and Apple Juice. We thank you for coming and enjoying us. We want you to like, share, subscribe, and comment on this episode and all the other episodes that we have given y'all because we want to continue to get better. Miss Hadiya, do you have any last words for our people?
Thank y'all for sticking with us. Today I was not at my best and I do apologize, but I still want to thank y'all for sticking with us. Like my co-host said, continue to like, share, subscribe, and comment. We love interacting with you guys. Also, if you guys need any advice or just want to send us words of encouragement, our email is coffeeapplejuice@gmail.com. We're on Instagram at coffeeapplejuice. And you can also find us on our personals. My personal is I am Aisha Hadiya. Oh no, my personal is what is my personal Instagram is I am Aisha Hadiya. And you can find Smurf at Ghost underscore St. Patrick 92 82.
See, that's why I close out my part.
I'm sorry. Do it yourself. I'm sorry.
I am at Ghost underscore St. Patrick ST Patrick 82 on Instagram.
Okay.
So hit us up.
Speaking of Ghost St. Patrick, I'm so sorry. Have you watched the first episode of Raising Canaan?
I did.
Can we talk about that for a second?
Sure. Let's go.
First of all, I was getting Get Rich or Die Trying vibes, but I am super excited for this season. And it's already been approved for season 2.
It was kind of slow, but of course I always understand it's the first episode. So
it paints a picture
of I think they're moving his character. I think they moved him fast because I think it's about they're going to try and portray a lot within these episodes of how fast he got how quick he got into the game.
Yeah. But I was just getting Get Rich or Die Trying vibes. Like he was raised by a drug dealing mama. Mm-hmm. So he wasn't on no poor shit. Even the characters of the mom and Get Rich and Die Trying and the mom and Raising Canaan look similar to one another. So I'm gonna say that his real mother resembles these two women. Dark skin, slender.
Watch Get Rich or Die Trying again. It's been a minute.
Yeah. But for the most part, I'm really looking forward to seeing how this season plays out. I am a big Power fan, so I literally stopped watching Empire to focus on Power because when Empire first out, I didn't watch Power until like season 3 or 4. Like I wasn't even into Power because I was so into Empire. Word. But I was like, wait, why does everybody keep talking about Power?
I was done with Empire after the whole drip drop song. That was a wrap for me. I think that was fucking episode 2.
Oh my God. I was gonna say 1, but okay. But
1, 2. That was the first season, like second episode. That was a wrap for you, boy. I was like, nope. And I stuck with Power and I made the right decision until Snowfall came along.
Snowfall is actually Snowfall and Power are definitely on my list.
Snowfall better than Power, don't at me.
Oh, I need to ponder on that. We'll talk about that next episode. But yes, until then, thank you guys so much for tuning in. We just wanted to talk a little bit of Raising Canaan with you guys. But yes, comment, like, share, subscribe. Email us your questions if you have any or need some advice. Reach out to us if you have any questions or need some advice. I am Aisha Hadiya, aka Smurfette, and this is my co-host.
I am somebody's son.
He is somebody's son. And with that being said, we'll catch you guys next week. Peace.